Good afternoon and welcome to the annual Christian Educators Conference. As Christian educators, it is important that we use the tools that God has given us to help in our classroom. One of those many tools that God has allowed us to use is technology. Technology has been debated of whether it is appropriate for Christian classrooms for quite some time. Through my research in this subject, I have found 3 websites that would be very helpful for primarily the preschool age group, but also some that can be used in older grades as well. We're going to take a look at those 3 today. The first one is starfall.com. Let's take a look at what Starfall is. Starfall is a website for K-3 through 3rd grade students to learn academic skills and basic skills through games, videos, and songs. Starfall offers a variety of different things that teachers would enjoy for their children to learn about their students. Let's take a look at the Starfall website. Here we have 2 different options, 2 different grade levels, kindergarten or grades 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. I chose to go look at the kindergarten side. So we see here we have a bunch of different activities a child could do. They could do math, they could do arts, they can do ABCs, and also some seasonal activities for them to do as well. So let's take a look at why teachers can use this and how teachers can use this. Well, they can use it for review. A student who is struggling would benefit from the review, but they can also use this for their whole class to review the subject as well. It's also a fun activity. If you have students who work fast and you were able to have a computer in the back, this would be a great way. Administrators would like this app because it is mostly free. There are some parts in this website that you do pay for, but most of it is free and you can get a lot of it from the free site. And it is a good tool for parents to use for appropriate screen time for their kids. They'll actually be learning something instead of just mindlessly playing games. Here's part of this would be for a more advanced student, but this is the I Am Reading. They have 5 different options of things that they can read. Now, as Christian educators, we know it is important that we look through these stories and we filter what we allow our kids to read. So we may skip the folk tales, the Greek myths, and the Chinese fables. But the 3 Little Plays definitely has some appropriate things we could use. I chose to look at the cookies one. And so we see that they have 3 different readers that they can choose from, and this would very well challenge your advanced students. Well, let's take a look at Starfall, why it is recommended. It is recommended because it promotes a unique way for students to learn. They learn things through Backpack Bear and enjoying the different videos and things provided by Starfall. And it also helps students understand things that might not be taught in a classroom. There are some subjects that just do not fit in our curriculum, but students love getting to learn about them. And I found that there's many of these subjects that can be used in Starfall. Here we have different books that they can read about. I chose to look at the Dolphin book, and this is very interesting because it actually can read the book to the child, and they can read the book, and when they're done they turn the page and they read more. Well, Starfall is for kindergarten, also 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, but SesameStreet.org is strictly, primarily for preschool age students. It teaches shapes, colors, letters, numbers, as well as basic early childhood skills through a variety of different activities. We see here we have the website page, and it's just bright and colorful and different things that students can pick. Here we have the different videos, and I found that this was very interesting because it does a lot of self-hygiene, and they can pick a video and then they see that the sneezing and coughing video, and then they have a video that they can watch, and this is a picture from that video. So SesameStreet.org, how can a teacher use it? Well, they can use it for review. Students can review subjects learned like their colors and their numbers and their shapes, but they can also help learn the self-hygiene part. Maybe that's not something covered in the classroom, but would be something very appropriate for a preschool child to learn. And they also can use it for their alphabet. We see here U for ukulele. That's practicing the long sound, which is not something that a lot of curriculums really emphasize, but this one is something that's found here. Also, this is a game about colors, and they learn their colors. So why is SesameStreet.org recommended? Well, people recommend it because it reinforces topics using familiar characters. Administrators would like that these are appropriate characters for students to learn, and the familiarity of it will allow students to get to learn these a little bit better. This is Big Bird. Everybody knows who Big Bird is, and they will love learning about Big Bird. The next subject, the next website is Nature Lab. Nature Lab is different from all the other ones because Nature Lab is actually for all age students. Nature Lab allows students of all ages to take virtual field trips to explore different places around the world, exploring nature. We see here's a picture of Nature Lab. They have 4 different areas that you can go. Grades K through 5th is the one I chose to look at, but there are other grades as well. We see here that this is one of the videos, and I chose this one because it's from Birmingham, Alabama, and that's where my heart is, that's where I grew up. And I can't take all my students, if I were in Pensacola, I can't take them all to Birmingham, but I can through a virtual field trip. And so here is a video, and it's on soil, and it's showing how students can run through the soil and have fun in the soil. So how can teachers use it? Well, they can use it to show things that cannot be seen in the classroom and to supplement the science programs. One of the things about Nature Lab is that they have full lesson plans, and that is a very nice thing about Nature Lab. Well, also in Nature Lab, it is recommended because it allows students to explore things throughout the classroom. So what is the conclusion of this presentation? The websites are not meant to replace teachers, but rather enhance learning through things that cannot be taught in the classroom. Thank you.